Huh?
Will you count to 10 so she can tune in the microphone?
Just count.
Just count
Just,
to 10.
just talk a little bit in a normal voice so she can just it in.
What do you want me to say? Anything or nothing?
Count.
Oh, well, I'll be going tomorrow this time. How are you doing? What you want? Something like that.
Yeah, anything, just so you're talking that she can.
You don't want me to keep on talking, does she?
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
Yeah, for a minute.
That's good. You can go.
Are you ready?
Yeah, it might be good for you to sit closer so I can hear. There's some chairs out there.
That's all right. I'll be right here. Can you start out by telling us your name and when you were born and where?
I was born in 1907 here on the island, Chincoteague. My name is Lloyd Reed, better known as Woose, nickname. And I left here and stayed 23 years before I moved back. Spent 14 years in Ocean City, Maryland, and 8 years in Morris City, North Carolina, and 1 year lost somewhere along between.
Well, what can you tell us about when you were a little boy growing up on the island, how things were?
Yeah, I was born and raised up at a place called Depot, and I had to walk about 2 miles to get to school every day and back. And used to have a horse and buggy, done quite a bit of travel with, and we used to go fishing at night, catch fat back, and carry 'em around all the mornings, and horse and buggy, and with an old tin tub in the back, and nobody wanted it. I had to get out and do that work, take in the change. When there were 25 cents a dozen, that was hard for me to change them up. They wanted about a quarter dozen and anything. When they got 30 cents, I could do a little better with that. Of course, I wasn't very old then.
What kind of stuff did you do for fun when you were little?
Well, most times I ran with a little hook, push the ladder along.
Stick.
Take a left and get where Roy one said would a barrel, a wood one.
Did you go to school?
Yeah, I went to pay school first. Somebody or another must teach me what kitchen. So when the first day I went to that, what they called it pay school then, because everybody went to that little house. My dad owned a house. They had to pay so much a month for the rent of the house. It had local teachers there. And the first day I was there, a cousin of mine, I don't know how many times I run her down that and held her and kissed her. I was about 5 or 6 years old. Now I've been enjoying kisses ever since when I could get one.
Can you stop rocking? Because it's fading in and out on your focus there. And
All right, I can do that then.
You're driving her crazy, I think, with that focus and the squeak.
I took the focus out. It was a squeak. Okay.
What did your father do?
He bought and sold clams and raised oysters and barreled them up and sold them. He was 56-year-old when I was born.
56?
And I didn't remember much about him until he was about 60-year-old. I was about 4. Of course, I was ladder raised. I was he said 18th child, his father.
Is that right? How many brothers and sisters did you have?
Well, I had 3 half brothers, 3 half sisters, and 2 brothers and 1 sister. Mama.
You had a big family.
Mm-hmm. Well, his first wife died of black measles, that was sure death, especially if a woman was pregnant.
When was that?
For my time.
Was there an outbreak of measles?
Huh?
Was there an outbreak of black measles?
I imagine at that time, yeah. Of course, I don't know what, they might have been the German measles, I don't know, but they called them black measles at the time. Before I was born, anyway.
Was there a lot of families on here back when you were a little boy?
There was quite a few, yes.
Did you?
But I didn't get out of Depot till I was learned their age.
You just stayed right up there?
Yeah, because we went to school there. I was in the 3rd grade when I come out of Depot. Of course, I went to 2nd grade. Miss Elizabeth Tillman, I think, first year she taught. And I didn't stay in 2nd grade but 2 weeks. It took me up to 3rd. Then I went to the 4th that year. Great. I went and got my. And I graduated high school in 1924. At the age of 16. I only had 11 grades at that time.
And then what did you do?
I went to Coast Guard for a year. That belonged on.
How come you went in the Coast Guard? Did you want to leave here? Or?
Well, wasn't much else to do. The land market wasn't very good. And there was 100 Chincoteaguers belonged on the Coast Guard during run Monday days. There a lot of, Chincoteague boys, men went up there.
You just stayed a year?
Huh? I just stayed a year. I was recommended for a rate and wasn't in there for 3 months. Because I was right out of high school and I had a good memory and I could remember all the rules and regulations very quick.
And when you got out, you came back here?
Yeah. Went to work in Philadelphia. But matter of fact, I stayed there 2 months. That's enough. Philadelphia for me, said for me to come back home fire, I could see some water. I'd walk 20 blocks over Sunday down the Delaware River so I could see the water.
What do you remember about Assateague when you were a boy?
Well, I don't remember much about it because we just leave Depot, go over there, what we call below the beach, and walk up and down the surf, see what we could find. I done a lot of that. You know, they had them old crank telephones in the Coast Guard at that time. The line run down the beach. On that, walked up the surf, then I come back in the middle of the beach along that telephone line, and one of the wires hanging down. And I reached up and grabbed that like knocked my head off. I guess somebody was cranking the phone at that time.
Shot you? What did you youngins used to do for fun? You know, did you play with each other, or were you neighborly to each other?
Yeah, then I go to school. A lady next door give you an egg, go down there to get some candy to get her 2 or 3 groceries. Lived by the hill. Lived next door to us.
What was it like living here then compared to what it is now? Was it better or worse, or?
Well, it was a whole lot better to get around on Chincoteague because those had those dirt roads, horse cart path type, come out of Depot downtown.
Where'd you get your nickname?
I do not know. My had niece, I guess you call her that. Her mother used to come up when I was a youngster, and she had a brother about the same age, a year older than him. My mother and father would go down in Carolina to camp meetings, and she'd come down and keep house. And she said her mother called me, she used to call me her little woo-poo. And I suppose that's where Woose comes from. I'm not sure. That's the best explanation I can give you on that.
When did you stop going out on the water?
Well, I would say when I'm about 6 years old. I know Brother Walton Tom went over to the Depot one time. I took in one of the little boats, went over there with him. I wasn't about 6 years old. They went both going all the way over there.
Have you done anything different than anybody else to live to be 95 years old?
Not that I know of. I don't know what Walt told the crowd. Somebody asked him. I think probably loved the women and eating candy. That's what he should have told them.
Yeah.
So I guess that's about a good explanation, didn't it? He did love his candy.
That's what I heard.
Thought he'd eat a whole box of chocolate, Hershey bars. They had that years and years ago. He'd buy a whole box, he'd eat a whole box a day. 24.
done mostly in the ocean, didn't you? You fished in the ocean more than the rest of them, didn't you?
Well, more than my two brothers did, yes.
Well, tell us about that, how you got going on it, and how it was like back then.
Well, most of them, started fishing was fishing nights. My dad was catching them jump mults or fatbacks, we call them. You catch them in the nighttime, you know. Because the old cotton nets, they couldn't sit. And then we got with gill nets, you know. Of course, you use that for fatbacks anyway. Then after we got married, with Brother Tom, I deep sea fishing, you know, troll in the summertime. But I clammed one, caught shucked a few oysters. And finally, after we got married, father-in-law, he built me a 28-foot Jersey Lake sea skiff, and then I got nets and stuff of my own. Brother Tom, he worked with me a lot. Dave Fish worked with me for 10 years.
How did your father and mother meet?
Huh?
How did your father and mother meet?
How did it meet?
Meet. How did they get acquainted?
Well, best I know, mother was born and raised on Assateague Beach, and she had 3 or 4 sisters, and I guess a good place to go look for another wife. His first wife died when he was around 40 years old or whatever, or something like that. And them girls, I guess there wasn't no men on Assateague, so they got one to get Chincoteague, but there's some more boys. Because he married my mother, she wasn't about 16, he was about 41. And one of his sons, John, he married her mother's sister, she wasn't but 13 when she got married. But he wanted to get off that beach. Because the only way you get off is a little boat, you know, then.
Well, did you have like grandparents and stuff that lived over Assateague? Did you have family?
Yeah, well, that's my grandfather, grandmother. Well, I never did see my grandmother, she's buried over there. But my grandfather, he used to be an old lifesaver service over there.
Well, did you go over to Assateague to visit them?
I didn't, I'm too young. Hey, that's right before I was born.
Oh, okay.
Because you think, I had 2 brothers and a sister had me, and I think mother actually was pregnant by 8 times, but she only raised 4. Lost the other one. But he had children. My dad, I had half sisters had been married and had children before my dad married mother. Then there's some she had to take care of, the youngest ones. And her mother died when she was 12. She had to keep house on the Assateague Beach under all kinds of bad conditions, I know. I don't think they had no carpet on the floor or nothing. Because I heard they used to get clean sand and put on the floor, but design it a little bit.
Heard that.
And that white sand over there.
They had no floors, so they would have sand on the floors. And in order to clean the floor, they would bring in clean sand, to put on over the dirty sand. And sometimes they'd swirl designs in it and stuff. Do you remember anything else, that you want to share with us?
I don't know much else. I know used to go down what we call going down to Bay Clamming. I started that before I got married. One time I in a hurry to get home, been down there on what's called about a 10-day trip. On the way home, the boat we were coming and couldn't get across the bay, and I jumped in a little rowboat, poles go, Chincoteague. That's right, because of the way back, Chincoteague Bay. And it wasn't very hot either because the lace on my coattail when I got across Chincoteague was blowing there a gale northwest.
You used to go down and stay for like 10 days?
Yeah, well, they call it a Chincoteague trip.
Well, what did you do when you were down there? What did you eat and everything? Just what you caught?
No, you had to bill car with him. Always had a gallon jug of molasses and a very good sized chunk of bacon that you cut up, you buy a big piece, and you slice it off.
You
The zombie wanted clams or oysters, you had them, but and Tom and the ducks or anything. A lot of times you kill some fowl and eat them. Eggs at certain times of the year, but them gulls stuff with land, you just eat them eggs instead of buying them to carry with you.
Were you married then?
Hmm?
Were you married when you went down there?
No, not when I first started my no, it's court.
But later on you were married and going down there?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, what did you do about home when you left your wife and everything home? How did you know what was going on while you were down there?
Didn't.
Didn't?
No.
That's hard.
No, her mother got burned up. I was down to Cobb.
Tell me about that.
Well, I was down the bay, you know, on that trip that I was down there, and she went to rebuild a fire because it was cool that night, blowing a very good breeze up, and but she did picked up kerosene in there. The can exploded, but caught the house fire, burned her up.
And you didn't know about it till you got home?
No, I didn't know about it. They had a job upon me to tell me to come home. We come up. They Fisher with me. We come up outside. Went out of Cobb and come out outside at night, at evening at night.
Did you do it when you were down there working? This is gonna sound silly, but I want to know. When you were down there working, did you guys do anything for fun down there?
No, the fun is trying to get some rest. Because that wasn't easy work what we were doing.
Where did you
Hand talking clams or something like that, mostly.
Where'd you sleep?
Way below the boats, they had sleep you could cook it, you know, too. Had to pet, most I had to 50-gallon wooden barrels and carry the water in. Well, had to make your own bread. Only got what do you do, but I'd dip you have a cup full. I'd stream and them half put no salt in your bread.
So when you were courting, what did you do?
Back then when you were courting,
Yeah.
where did you go? What did you do when you were courting?
He wouldn't let her go nowhere with me.
What, you just sat to the house?
Just sat in the house until I went up Atlantic City. I courted dinner. I never married him. But see, the passion play, that's like they had here about years and all. That's after being married, I think. I'm not sure about that.
I bet it was.
Because I know I was driving the car, because I drove pull up when I was 16-year-old. Captain Paul to the hospital where he died up there when I was 16. He had them 10 children living, and he wanted to see one of them graduate out of high school, and he didn't make it. He died in November. I graduated in June.
Do you work now? You're not working now, are you?
No, unless I find a net to do something with men or something other.
What do you do to occupy yourself now?
What you see me doing right here now, reading and mostly.
Oh, there's more than that. I know you do more than that. You go to church.
Well, I mean, I go to church. Sundays I go at least 3 times, and Saturday, of course, that's only once a month. I went to 3 different nursing homes, played music and sung there.
You still help the widow women too, don't you?
Huh?
You still help the widow women take groceries.
I try to broadcast it around, just like Salvation Army. If they'll call me and tell me what store, I'll get it and deliver it to them if I find out nowhere to live. And if they don't have money to pay for it, if I got it, I'll get. They don't have to pay for it. So that's.
You still driving?
Oh yeah.
Are you gonna sing me a song?
Huh?
Are you gonna sing me a song today?
Yeah, when you want it. When you want me.
Right now would be good.
Huh?
Right now, lift me up and sing me a hymn.
What is your favorite?
My favorite is I like Rock of Ages. Now,
That's a little bit old, I don't
how
you?
about Rugged Cross?
On a hill far away is all rugged cross, the emblem of suffering and shame. Now I love that old cross where the dearest and best of a world of lost sinners was slain. So I'll cherish the old rugged cross till my trophies at last I lay down. I will cling to the old rugged cross and exchange it someday for a crown. To the old rugged cross I will ever be true, its shame and reproach gladly bear. Then he'll call me someday to my home far away, where glory forever I'll share. So I'll cherish the old rugged cross till my trophies at last I lay down. I will cling to the old rugged cross and exchange it someday for a crown.
Praise the Lord, that was good. I've been waiting all week to hear that. I told him last week I wanted you to sing to me.
I told her you'd sing to her, I said, he'll sing if you just ask him.
Now you want me to sing one I composed myself?
Yes, I do.
On my prayer?
Yes, I do. I would love it.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. You got it.
Jesus, my Savior, please forgive my sins today. Wash me and cleanse me, take them all away. Keep me in thy footsteps as I journey on through life, upward and onward, o'er all sin and strife. Jesus, Lord Jesus, be thou ever by my side. Jesus, Lord Jesus, whatever betide. Jesus, my Savior, make me noble, kind, and true, helping the needy in the ways I can do. Make me strong and fearless as life's darkest billows roll. When the tempest is raging, pilot thou my soul. Jesus, Lord Jesus, be thou ever by my side. Jesus, Lord Jesus, whatever betide.
That was good. That can almost be your testimony, helping the needy and everything. Good. Good.
How'd you get the name Captain?
How come they call you Captain?
Captain?
Yeah.
Well, I've done a lot of running boats. I operate head boats out of Boyd City a couple of years. And I've been a lot. Well, I've worked up down the whole east coast of the United States. I spent one winter Gulf of Mexico on a shrimp boat. And I had 100-ton lasers for carrying passenger for too.
Was that before you were married?
No, no.
When you were married?
Oh yeah, it's been well in the late 50s.
Did your wife go with you? She stay here?
No, she's been with me. We spent one winter around from Florida. See, we lived over in City 14 years. I fished out of there.
Didn't you go down to McCullumville, down there where I went that time?
McCullough, yeah.
I thought so.
That's where I was living in Morris City. Of course, I went there one time after I was married. My first year, I think moved back here. Went back down there, stayed a while, fished offshore, shrimping.
Sailed home from down there to Scow one time, didn't you?
I come home and outboard scale, yeah. Outside, I'm inside.
How'd you make out?
I'll pay out fine. Spent the night down Hampton Road there somewhere. I had that I guess some of the boards out over top were laid at the bottom of the boat or something. And so that cop was down there, I guess, that night sometime, or that afternoon. He said, didn't see me in there. And that morning, come down to see my legs sticking. I thought I was dead or something. Woke me up.
Why did you do that? Why did you set out in a scow to come home?
Well, I wanted to bring the boat up. Lee Savage bought the boat down here. Louis Hancock built a scow for him, a 20-foot scow thing, 1 or 2 foot, something like that. And they put it out, he running from oysters down there, down by Kellenville, and they put the scow, the truck brought her down to me, and I had the motor down there. So I had to bring it all home when I come. Suitcase and everything I had down there.
Must have been a rough trip.
No, it's all right. Nothing wrong with it. Scoot right along.
You by yourself?
Yeah.
All by yourself?
Yeah.
Well, how long did it take you?
I know it didn't take too long, but I spent the night there at Hampton Road. Got an early start next morning so I could see Smith Sound Lighthouse, so I get through it. I had no compass, so I see that light, I could give it head across Chesapeake Bay.
Do you remember anything about the carnival when it first started up? I know
I remember some of the first carnivals here, yes. I one time had down by the Chincoteague Island down on that dock. And about the time they had it here in town, once or twice there. That's when they had that high tower, about 100-foot tower or something on them. That man jumped from in that big tank, water tank, but pulled gasoline right that side of the far, he jumped out right that tank. That tank wasn't too big. If he hit boy, they'd put that far out. And then this lady said she was going to jump, I think, 50 foot. And I guess he acted as a he said, wait a minute, said, flip water up, man. Heat that water per ball in that tank. Remember that?
Was it just islanders that went to the carnival, or did people come from the mainland when you had the carnival?
Well, that time, I guess some come, I don't remember if many come from the mainland or not. Well, I'm sure some of them did, because I'm sure the shore road was up here then.
Did everybody go out? Was it a big deal when it was carnival time?
Yeah, they had a very good crowd. Nothing like it is now.
Weren't that many tourists, was it?
Mm-hmm. Want a poem go in on that?
Huh?
I asked if you want a poem.
Yeah, we'll take a poem. Did you write it?
Yeah, I wrote it.
Okay, let's hear it.
It's called Past Friend. I've recited two or three different funerals. Like ships on the sea that pass at night, we meet, greet, and are gone. But small as that board, they come word or two, and our thoughts will still linger on. Down the road of life, if we travel far, perchance our paths will meet once more. For one never knows, there is no way to tell what life real has in store. Unlike the ships on the sea that pass at night, they know neither gladness or pain. We can love, we can hope, also pray to sometime, somewhere, meet again. I wrote that in Walbert, New Jersey.
Why there? Why there?
Well, I've had the big boat, Ocean City up to Cape Bay to get it pulled out on a dry dock, and had to spend the night up there, so a friend of mine invited me to spend the night with him over in Walbert, New Jersey. And this lady and her children was down there on a vacation, and he introduced me to her, or her to me rather, and she made that statement, said, well, you meet people like ships on the sea that pass at night, so the next morning I wrote that poem. Because I spent the night with them, but it didn't run in my mind, or dock, so I said, well, she got kids in school, oh, I'll be a pencil and paper or somewhere. She said, there wasn't nobody else up there, her husband going fishing bass spots. So I found pencil and paper, so that's when I wrote that poem up.
Well, before we go, is there anything that you want to tell us? Do you have anything you want to say?
No.
It's seen by a lot of people.
I used to smoke and drink, and At that time, I couldn't sing for a singing concern, but I quit trying to live a better life. And the good Lord gave me my voice back. And I think it's better than I was before, as far as I know. And a lot of people say, well, why you won't sing so much? I said, well, as far as I know, He must give me back to a purpose, so I'm trying to use it for His glory.
Shows you got a lot of joy in your heart, too.
Hmm?
Got a lot of joy in your heart.
Did people used to smoke and drink here a lot?
Huh? I have a job to understand you, I think.
She said that people used to smoke and drink here a lot.
As far as I know, they've been that way since the world began, because you go through all the Bible, the people get drunk on wine.
That's right.
And as far as I know, I guess they must still have it in heaven.
I think so.
Because I think Jesus made a statement, but on the Last Supper, that He would treat a fruit of vine, that might have been just grape juice until He was up there.
Or were there, I think they clubs, or where did people drink?
Where did people drink when they were together? Were there bars, or did you go to people's houses and have parties, or what did you do?
Well, they used to have a lot of bootleg here. There was I don't know how many bootleggers was on here. They used to make a lot of their own, and beer too, home brew. And then they got the steak store here. And I think sometimes Fort Merlin I had some, and they used to go down and get so much in the car and bring here. But there wasn't no bars like there is now.
Lollipop was the first one, wasn't it? One of the first ones?
Probably so. But they had a liquor store up here in town you could buy it. Looks like there is now. Out there.
Well, did you get together? Did neighbors get together? Did you eat together, or have parties together? Did you stay to yourself?
Not remember. This was a little birthday party or something.
So the family just pretty much stayed to themselves, stayed
Yeah.
together?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I thought.
You visit and socialize a little bit nights and Sundays and stuff, didn't they? Sunday afternoons and stuff. You go visit somebody and
Not particular, but I guess it's certainly a whole lot more visiting probably than there is right now. I mean, people are closer together.
And so how'd you meet your wife?
Hmm?
How'd you meet your wife?
How did you meet your wife?
Well, she thought a lot of me was going to school, so that's why I kind of got acquainted. I don't know hardly how I got going with her, but did after I come out of the Coast Guard. Because
You knew her?
that's where the old schoolhouse was there, upstairs, and I think she was upstairs anyhow. I was down in and saw me I think she fell in love with me before I did her.
in school.
And tell us about your teachers from school.
Hmm?
Tell us about the teachers in school.
some of your school teachers.
Yeah, I know. I had a lot of them. Of course, the first one was Elizabeth Tillman that is down here. Of course, up with the old page school, I had over how many up there because I didn't stay long, up kindergarten, we called it. But that's Elizabeth Tillman was the first teacher I had down here, but I didn't stay there for 2 weeks. And I had Mr. Burley Idlett, Annabelle Lynch, and of course I went on through. And then the last principal had was Stanley Clark. And of course, he first come there, everybody didn't like him. I finally got liked him all right, and he offered, when I graduated, he offered me, let me have money to go to college with 4 years. I could pay him when I got out and got work. I thought that was nice of him.
Well, was education important back then?
Well, not like it is now.
Did anybody that you grew up with go to college? Did anybody?
Yeah, Bob Beers, he went to college, I think. Got several of them. They took up other ways, went straight through. I got a yearbook right there in that. I know, graduated. Book of poems got laying there. There's 60-some poems in the original poems in there.
I've got that book at home, your book.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember when the first car on Chincoteague came?
First car? No, I don't. That's before my time too. I think, or at least I was a youngster and stayed in Depot. Because I didn't come downtown much until I come to school. You know, I come down to school, and I was in third grade then.
What's Deep Hole?
Well, it's a little part of the island, a certain place of it, but the creek runs out. I've got two very smart deep water holes in it. I mean, the tide or places where tide runs. They got one that called Deep Hole, and then the other little place up there is called Eel Hole. Called Eel Hole, eel, like a slimy eel. But there's a little gut there goes through from a little bay there, go on that through there, called Eel Creek. So that part of the deep hole is called Eel Hole. Because there are two deep holes up there in that creek that runs in the land in there.
Do you remember when electricity and phones first came here?
Nah, I think that was here before I ever come to town, but they mostly made their own electric right here on the outlet where the fish dock is now. I think there's some of the motors still in there.
There's a what?
The electric motor, what made the electricity, lights and everything, in the dynamos and everything. Still right down here, down here.
What did they use for, how did they generate electricity here?
Well, they had poles like they did now. They had that motor down there that created the electric plant.
But did they burn coal or did they?
I imagine that was probably dump fuel, as far as I know. I don't think it's but coal.
You remember when the station, when the fish factories were at the cove, don't you?
Yeah, I remember one of them built an old right new one there, but I think when I was just before I graduated out of high school. There was two out there at one time.
A lot of people work in them.
Well, I guess so, because I was a youngster. But you see them fishing steamers all up down the beach here. They were all coal burners, steam, you know, wooden boats. I'll tell you one thing, when they were drying up that scrap and wind comes south, you can like smell here on Chincoteague. Of course, lived down more in the city in the fall of the year. There's landlords, how many companies come there where the fish were, and they didn't own no fisher steamers down there themselves. But that fall there, they call it the $1 million smell there when they're drying up that stuff. And the boys said, they call that melting duck smell. White told her something else too. Said smell like no $1 million there.
Well, when you were young, did you have any, did you ever go to the mainland, or the mainlanders come over here, or were you isolated?
Well, I know before the bridge was built, they went up a boat over to the mainland. There was 2 or 3 passenger boat here. They'd go over with the boat on the
But it wasn't much visiting just for the sake of visiting, was it?
Huh?
Wasn't much visiting just for the sake of visiting.
Not too much, I don't think.
You didn't court mainland girls or anything, did you?
No, I didn't know.
I mean, the boys on the island, did they get hung up with mainland girls?
Well, some did, yeah.
Did they?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, some about the different decide if it's between
Were mainlanders and islanders friendly, or were they like compete against each other, or thought
Not to my knowledge,
they were friends?
as far as I know. I know down the county never did like Chincoteague too much.
How come?
I don't know. I think they're still jealous of them.
Did the islanders like mainlanders?
Well, I like them all right. I don't know what they call them. Keep taking that much territory.
What did you think? What did you think when the island started changing and strangers started moving on here and stuff?
I never thought much about it. Of course, I was going 23 years. When I left here and when I come back, there's a big change in Chincoteague at that time.
What had changed?
A whole lot more houses and stuff, all that, especially on Ocean Boulevard, you know, all over there, there's houses. They weren't there when I left.
Were they local people that had built houses?
As
Or
far as I know, a lot of it was, yeah.
most of them?
I think Red Stubbs built up several of them to sit renting all up there, back along the Ocean Boulevard. I think it's some there, or that one of them. No, years ago, there used to be, well, the oyster fishing business was what kept Chincoteague going, you know, clams and oysters and stuff like that. I don't know how many pounds had them big ocean pounds out, and people working that way and showing fishing season.
Fish pounds.
Yeah, they start down this channel by 2 o'clock in the morning. Oh, bang bang engines. Wasn't quite like they were now.
Well, when you left here, you know, when you got out of school and you went in the service,
Mhm.
well, what did you think of it when you got away from here?
Who-
What did you think of the other places?
Oh, where I was, I went right along home, stayed right there at the station all the time till the year was up and come home. I did have, you know, we come home on wait, a little bit of vacation we had on around Christmas time, I think.
Did you pine for home? Did you miss the island?
No, not much.
Not much.
No. I hadn't left much here because I wasn't courting too much then. Before I started heavy courting.
Then it was different.
Yeah.
So did you just court one girl?
Did you just court one girl and marry her, or did you have a lot of girls?
No, I courted one a little bit last year I was in high school. I thought a lot of her, but she's a girl, but she went up to Philadelphia with a lot of work, not ever to get with her no more. That wound that up. I thought a lot of her.
And then you went with your wife, you married your wife then.
Uh-huh. Well, that girl never come back, you know, not live on Chincoteague no more.
You ever see her
She
again?
married up there. I think she wound up down in the Middle West somewhere, and she brought her clear here. I think Roosevelt said he waited for 4 hours for that plane to come in with her body. I think she over up buried over the mainland somewhere.
So what did your family do at holidays? What did your family do for holidays?
I told you.
What did your family do at holidays, like Christmas and birthdays? How did you celebrate?
Well, Christmas is about get up Christmas morning, find out what you had presents. That's about it. I got a pair of skates once Christmas. Like got killed on them.
How'd you almost get killed on them?
Well, I used to do a lot of sliding on ice for skate. I mean, we had plenty of glades here. Had cows and horses running around to keep the glades clean. So I used to, then I'd get run off on the land and go on ice. I'd turn my feet like that and slide on sides of them. And I could go 100 yards probably, about. And I forgot them skates. Trying to learn to skate them up there on a little pond. And I finally took them off, and a cousin of mine, he let me put them on and try them. I said, all right, well, when he put them on, I decided I'd run off and slide. When I fit that ice, my feet fly underneath me, come down on my head, knocked me senseless. He had to lead me home. Found out that didn't pay.
Quit sliding.
I had them skates on, but brother, my body hit that ice and flew right underneath me.
Well, we're going to wind up, and we've got to go somewhere else now, but we sure thank you for talking to us.
Appreciate it.
And I love the songs and the poems that you did for me.
What did you let me do one room for mandolin?
Well, if you want me to sing you another song, I'll do that.
Play your mandolin?
Yeah.
I love that.
It's not a mandolin, but I play it like it is a
All right,
mandolin.
what is it? Just a guitar?
I can't, you know what is it that one pick on that end on that table. Not that one, that table in the other room.
The other room.
Clear down on the end where they're laying. There's 3 there laying together. Bring one of them.
On the end.
You find it?
Looks to me like you made young picks.
Well, it is.
Is that what you want?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you want me to sing with it too? That'd be a job. There's a land that is fairer than day, and by faith we can see it afar, for the Father waits over the way to prepare us a dwelling place there, in the sweet by and by we shall meet beautiful shore, in the sweet by we shall meet on that beautiful shore. We shall sing on that beautiful shore in melodious songs of the blessed, and our spirit will sorrow no more. Not the sigh, but the blessings of rest. Oh, in the sweet by and by, we shall meet on that beautiful shore. The sweet by and by, we'll meet on that beautiful shore. If I walk in the pathway of duty, if I work till the close of the day, I will see the great King in his beauty. When I've gone to let my love away, when I've gone to let my love away, I will rest at the close of the day, and I know that the joys that await me when I'm gone to last my love away. And here I proclaim the glad story. Now seek for the sheep gone astray. I am sure he will show me his glory when I'm gone to last my love away. When I'm gone to last my love away, I will rest at the close of the day, and I know that the joys await me when I'm gone to last my love away. You're very good.
Thank you.
I'm no musician.
Yes, you are.
Well, we certainly appreciate it.
You're a treasure. You came up to my church and sang to us that about 6 or 8 months ago at Church of God.
Yeah,
First time I had ever heard you sing.
I've been to all. I played music, sung to all. The first one had played music church. I got it when they were up there on Papa Street. I set the piano. No, but
All right, let me get this microphone off of you.